That's crazy. You know how many apartments me and Crystal applied for with me with the job and Crystal with Social Security and me with Social Security and an extra income said we could not afford that apartment, nigga. For real, for real. And we could afford the apartment, but we couldn't get the apartment. Now, there's other, and then we went in neighborhoods where other people who ain't even fucking legal, and I have no problem with that. You know what I'm saying? Except for the fact that if a person who has no ID, has no social security number, can get an apartment in LA, and that people who are fucking citizens can't get an apartment. Now, the reason why that is because the ones who are not citizens have citizens who buy motherfucking apartment buildings and look out for those who look like them and don't look out for those who don't look like them. And that's one of our problems. Our problems is that we don't own enough property so that we can rent to people who look like us. And even if we do own property, we don't want to rent to people who look like us. I mean, we had that issue with Section 8, trying to motherfucking get an apartment with people who look like us with a Section 8 voucher. And they would give the apartment to people who didn't look like us or didn't look like them. And we'd be like, oh yeah, we definitely gonna get this apartment. You know what I'm saying? Whoop, 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 we here in line, whatever, whatever. It was hard to get an apartment with Section 8. It's only because we had an agency and we had to put that agency under the hot seat in order to end up with the apartment that we ended up with. It is not easy to get an apartment in LA. And then with me and Leah, it was like, okay, we got an apartment. We get money together to get an apartment, but then we got to spend the time to go look for an apartment. Well, how do you do that when you on the street? It's not easy, even if you can collect the money to get an apartment.
We ended up spending it.
We ended up spending it on hotel rooms or fucking just eating food. Fucking, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we spent more on a hotel room in a week than we could spend on a motherfucking goddamn apartment in 2 months. That's some real ass shit. But we were capable of paying for hotel rooms twice or three times as much as we would be paying for an apartment, but no one wanted to give us an apartment. That's fucking crazy. And you can only stay in a hotel room in LA for as long as like from 21 to 27 days. So after 21 days to 27 days, you got to move out of that hotel room, either find another hotel room or stay at that hotel room for what 24 hours, 24 hours, and then you can go back to that hotel room. That hotel, not that hotel room, but that hotel. So you get a whole different hotel room. You know, so we are entirely grateful. We know that we have a blessed circumstance that, you know what I'm saying, this is a circumstance that does not happen to everybody, and we're not saying it in no bragging way. We're saying it in a gratitude way. We know how hard it is to get an apartment in LA. We
If you're not fucking a trust fund kid.
If you're not a trust fund kid, I mean, you can have because a minimum wage job and $15, even full time, $15 an hour is not going to do it in LA.
You're gonna have to have a full time, a part time, a side hustle, and sell drugs.
Yeah, that part. That's what you need to do in order to make enough money in LA. And the other side hustle and the motherfucking other shit that you're doing, the trapping you're doing, that shit is not gonna motherfucker. You can't put that on a motherfucking goddamn application.
Right. You have to doctor up some shit.
You gotta find somebody who's gonna give you some motherfucking goddamn pay stubs. Who's gonna doctor you up to some pay stubs. So you gotta do some criminal shit just to get into an apartment, even if you ain't a criminal.
You have to commit fraud.
You have to commit fraud. You have to at least commit fraud to get into an apartment. And fortunately, we didn't have that circumstance. You know what I'm saying? We
was going to.
But we would have. We would have had to
commit fraud
to get into an apartment. We would have done that shit on a hot second because it would have been better than being on the.
And you have to have good credit.
And you got to have good.
That. And you have to make 3 times the rent. So if you're trying to get, let's say, worst case scenario, you want to get like a studio apartment near MacArthur Park, Koreatown. That's like $900. Okay.
Easy.
So you have to make $2,700 a month, and On a minimum wage job, because most jobs aren't even gonna give you full time hours anyway.
Right. Not for no minimum, because the minimum wage, they ain't give you full time, so you ain't gonna get the full 40 hours. So it's like, what do you do? I mean, homelessness and then gentrification in our neighborhood right now. Mm-hmm. There's a whole Chelsea Apartments. Chelsea Apartment. Chesapeake. I'm sorry. I keep fucking about Chesapeake Apartments. That whole, everybody in that motherfucking apartment building is being evicted. Because they came with some lawsuit about some violent street gang called Black P Stone Nation. And Black P Stone is a violent gang operating out of Chesapeake Apartments. So therefore it needs to be closed down. Everybody needs to be evicted. Regardless of their fucking goddamn association with Black P Stone or not. And y'all wonder why I'm back in my neighborhood like this. Nigga. Ask some other nigga, you know what I'm saying? I mean, when I was 13, 14, nigga, I moved niggas out this neighborhood, homie. He wasn't supposed to be in this neighborhood. I was a child then, nigga. I was a teenager, nigga. I'm an adult now. I got an adult mind state. I got adult plan shit. I'm an adult thinker now. So that's why I'm back. Because this shit is crazy right now. I mean, Leimert Park, they done shut the whole fucking park down. You can't go into the park. Put a gate around the park. This is what I'm saying. Integration does not work. It has not worked. What's happening is that they are forcing the working class, not poor black people, working class black people to the fucking street. They are creating a tent city over here, like they did in East Oakland, not to poor drug addicts, criminals, but to hard-working fucking people.
Honest people.
Honest people. The people in my building are hard-working. You know what I'm saying? They get up in the morning, they take showers, they motherfuckers go to they get their kids ready, they go to the fucking job, they work that job, they come home. They ain't fucking doing no bullshit. They ain't motherfucking goddamn no fucking gangsters, my nigga. The majority of people over here are hard-working motherfucking people who get up, do what they gotta do, whatever it is they gotta do, in order to feed their fucking family and keep a roof over their goddamn head. Keep clothes on their back. And if sometimes, nigga, that shit falls into the lines of shadiness or gray, it's because it's the only thing that's fucking available to you, my nigga.
You gotta eat.
You gotta eat.
You gotta feed your baby.
You gotta feed your babies.
You gotta put gas in your car.
Gotta put gas in your car.
Pay those bills.
Those bills don't go away because you fucking goddamn, because of honesty. Or dishonesty. Them motherfuckers stay like motherfucking herpes. They kick it like luggage, nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what the fuck?
You have to be a stripper to survive or something, man.
When I was in Atlanta, dude, you know what I'm saying? Three out of every 4 fucking women was a stripper. Not because she wanted to be a motherfucking stripper. Because she had to be a fucking stripper. Because it was the only thing available to her, because that 9 to 5 was not paying the bills.
Could not make ends meet.
Cannot make... Nigga, I've made $20, $25 an hour in this city. And it was nothing.
You was homeless.
I was homeless, making $20, $25 fucking dollars an hour. I couldn't get a place. That's what I'm talking about. I go apply at motherfucking places making $20, $25 an hour. They say you ain't making enough.
With Social Security.
With Social Security, you ain't making enough, nigga. What?
Where they do that?
Where do they do that at?
Nigga, we might, depending on how the gentrification shit goes, we might have to port our shit to fucking Buffalo, nigga, or somewhere else.
Right.
We might have to leave Los Angeles based on, you know, how the gentrification shit goes. If they raise our rent, we have to leave.
And that's just like, what the fuck, man? You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
I mean, we have a year lease.
Yeah, we have till February, the end of February to be here, but beyond that, we don't know what can happen.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
They might sell our building. We don't know.
Integration does not work.
It's a failed experiment.
It's a failed social experiment. And they knew it was going to be a failed social experiment. That it was not. It works for white folks. White folks can walk out of a neighborhood, watch us walk into a neighborhood, and watch the prices plummet, come back behind us, and start buying the property up.
And watch the prices skyrocket.
And watch the prices skyrocket. and watch us have to motherfucking goddamn move out, forced out because we can't afford to live there anymore. It's displacement. Let us move into a white neighborhood. White people will flee that neighborhood. That's what's called white flight. To the suburbs or whatever, and they'll take all the amenities with them, all the resources. That's what happened in the 70s. Okay, when I got to LA, just before I got to LA, a nigga in a gang over the age of 21 was unfucking heard of. You over 21 and you in a gang? Nigga, you better go to one of them motherfucking goddamn tire factories and get you a fucking job, nigga. Michelin, Goodyear, Firestone. That's why all them streets over in that area are named after that. That's why they're named that. Because there was a fucking tire plant over there. So niggas got out of high school and was like, nigga, I ain't fucking doing this motherfucking gang banging shit no more. I'm going to get me a job, get married, take care of some kids. Blue collar like a motherfucker.
With pension.
Pension, buy a house, all that shit. White flight happened. So Goodyear, Firestone, all the motherfuckers go where the white flight goes. Niggas are stuck here in the neighborhood. That happened all in every single major center of the country. Detroit, Buffalo, Philly, Chicago. Every single fucking major fucking goddamn Los Angeles. Every major city who had major blue collar fucking work available for Negroes up and moved to places that Negroes couldn't get to at white flight. And what came behind it? First heroin, then 38s, then crack, then base, and then automatic weapons. Bro, this ain't working.
And it's by design.
And it's by design. It is working for them. It ain't working for us. And it ain't working for us by design. They've designed it so it won't work for us. As you were.